Hello everyone. So today I decided I was going to share the story of the time that I got this scar here in my right eyebrow. I was playing on a summer soccer league for my city. I believe I was in either 6th or 7th grade at the time. I did play forward position on my team, so my goal was to score all the goals. And I remember it was an important game. They were some of the last games that we needed in order to make it into the finals. And I remember being under a lot of pressure, having a lot of stress, just wanting to make sure that we played well and that we were able to take that win that day. And so I remember going in to shoot a goal. I was coming in from around and I ended up kicking the ball, and one of the defensive players blocked it with her head. And when she blocked it with her head, it bounced off of her head and hit me right in the face. And at the time I was wearing glasses, so when the ball hit my face, my glasses kind of went up and into this area here. And I didn't realize it at the time. I fell to the floor, I got up, and I was like, okay, like let's keep going, we gotta keep playing. And then I remembered like people just looking at me, and then all of a sudden I felt like my face really wet, and I thought it was because I was sweating. So I went to touch my face, and it just so happens that when I wiped what I thought was sweat and I looked down, and I just thought to myself like, oh my goodness, this is blood. And I remember just this sense of panic that came over me. Like it was all of a sudden everything was quiet, and I just kept thinking, oh my goodness, what happened? And I didn't feel any pain. I had a lot of adrenaline in me, so I didn't feel anything at the moment. And then the referee blew the whistle to call the timeout. I walked over to the sideline, and everyone rushed to me because everyone was so worried, and I was worried, but my main goal was like, okay, can we just get this cleaned up so that I can get back out there? And they ended up laying me on the floor, and nobody was really telling me what was going on. I just saw people running back and forth with like napkins and trying to clean me up. And I looked down at my shirt, and I just had a big blood stain on my jersey. And I thought, okay, maybe this is more serious than I thought. So my mom just starts crying, and everyone's trying to just figure out what's going on. And my mom says, we have to go to the hospital. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what is happening? I didn't know what was going on. I just remember feeling very scared. And I was like, wait, no, I don't want to go to the hospital. I want to keep playing. And so I told my mom, like, can we go to the hospital afterwards? Like, I just want to finish the game. It's almost over. Let's just get it done. And she said, no, we need to go to the hospital. And so I'm asking, like, what's going on? And she goes, we need to go to the hospital. So I'm like, okay, fine. Like, nobody's letting me stay for this game. They're telling me that I have to go. And I said, okay, well, let's go then. So we get in the car. My mom's driving me to the hospital. My mom is super worried, asking me like, are you okay? Don't fall asleep, because she didn't know if I was gonna pass out. And so she was like, just try not to fall asleep, stay awake. We're almost there. And so I decided I was going to pull down the mirror in the car so that I could look at my face. And when I pulled it down, I probably shouldn't have done it, but when I pulled it down, I was like, oh my goodness, like my face is cracked. There is a huge gash on my face, and it was just bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. And so I remember that being the first time I actually went to the hospital for something that was serious. It's something that I needed medical attention like as soon as possible. That was the first time ever. And so I remember being taken into the room. I had my room, and just waiting and waiting for a doctor to come. And finally they told me, you know what, we are gonna have to do stitches. And I just thought to myself, like, no, I do not want stitches. So I asked, can you guys put that glue to just glue it back together so that the skin will grow back together? And the doctor said, no, I'm sorry, sweetheart, we're going to have to stitch it up. And my body went cold. I was just shocked and scared. And she was like, it's gonna be fine, don't worry about it. It's only gonna be like 6 or 7 stitches. You know, you'll have them on for a little bit, and then you'll get them taken out, and it'll heal, and you'll just have the scar there. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, this is not what I want to happen. But of course, in situations like that, you don't get to make those decisions. It is what it is, and you have to do what you have to do for your own safety and your own health. So I went in. The doctor came in with a huge needle, and and she said, "Are you ready?" And I thought, no, there's no way. And she said, "It's gonna numb it so you don't feel it." And I was like, okay, fine, let's do this, let's just get it over with. And I just remember seeing this long needle coming towards my face and just thinking, oh gosh, I do not want to be doing this right now. And yeah, she put the shot. It got numb, I got stitched up. So if you kind of look, here is where they stitched it. I still have the scar so hair doesn't grow here. So here's where they stitch it, and then it comes down a little bit into my eye here. However, this part they couldn't stitch because it is part of like my eye socket, so they couldn't stitch this part. It's just this part here. And I had the stitches for I don't remember how long I had the stitches, but I had the stitches for a while. And then I went back to my primary care physician. She took a look at it, said it's healing very well, I think we're good to take the stitches out. And she got the scissors, just went in there, cut the stitches. And I remember it was just such an awkward feeling having it come out. I don't even know how to explain it. It was just a very strange feeling. But she took it out and she said, all right, you're good to go. And so at first I was very self-cautious about it, but now I've just learned to accept it. It's a part of who I am. It's a part of my story. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.